Game Championship Series to become the MISL champions for the 4th straight year. It was the 2nd year in a row the Arrows beat the Steamers for the perch at the top, establishing themselves as the only franchise to carry the MISL title flag. Steamers forward Don Ebert summed up his feelings.
Well, we're the 2nd best 2 years in a row, you know, and if they're the best, that must put us in a pretty good plateau, you know, and we said it last year, next year. Well, we're saying it again this year. Hopefully next year will be our year. They can't win it again, I hope.
Relief may not be in sight. The Arrows are back as the MISL returns next on USA. Forum in Inglewood, California. This is the season premiere of the Major Indoor Soccer League. And tonight on the USA Network, the 4-time MISL champion New York Arrows take on the expansion Los Angeles Lazers. Tonight's game is brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Mobil 1, the oil that saves you gas, and more. By Toyota, who reminds you that it's a good feeling to buckle up for safety. And by Levi's jeans, cords, and shirts for quality and style you can count on. It is a beautiful evening in Southern California, and tonight we're live in Inglewood, California at the Forum as the MISL has made its move to Hollywood. And this is center stage for our game tonight with a spanking new artificial turf. Certainly the Lazers will be sky high to stop the champions. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the MISL once again on USA. We have moved our coverage this year to Wednesday and Sunday nights in hopes of bringing you the best matchups that the MISL has to offer. Al Troutwig once again teamed up with the smiling face of Kyle Rowe Jr. And Kyle, in the months that we've left the MISL, there have been some major changes.
Oh, my goodness, Al, an awful lot has happened. I guess the two bywords, one would be expansion, the other would be consolidation. Consolidation in that the only indoor soccer that's going to be played this season in North America will be in the Major Indoor Soccer League as the 3 indoor teams from the North American Soccer League, Chicago, San Diego, and the San Francisco Bay Area, have all joined the Major Indoor Soccer League. It's also expansion that we have the new LA Lazers owned by Jerry Buss, who also owns the LA Lakers in the league, and that adds a lot. But one thing hasn't changed. The New York Arrows are still here, and you've had a chance to spend a lot of time with Don Popovich, the coach. How are they looking?
Well, the key word for New York this year is going to be speed. They have added players like Doc Lawson. Ringo Cantillo will be in the middle, and that means they are going to be a potent attack for sure. But one of the main reasons they'll be so potent is big number 7. Steve Jungle once again returns, leading the MISL in just about every offensive category. Last year he scored 103 goals, and one seemed as miraculous as the next.
And he also set a new league record for assists with 80, and he's a man who's an unselfish player, is durable, is able to do it all, and unfortunately for opponents this year is joined by the 2nd all-time leading scorer in the Major Indoor Soccer League, Freddie Gregouret.
Shep Messing said if he had to stop Steve Jungle, he'd probably knee him in the throat. Now, that would probably work, I guess. Now, what about the Los Angeles team, Kyle?
Well, Los Angeles has a lot of familiar faces, including one, Peter Wall, the coach, who last year was the coach of the Phoenix Inferno, and he's assembled really a blend, a mixture of indoor soccer playing veterans from the North American Soccer League and also the MISL. Players like Kelvin Norman, Clive Charles, Romero, who used to play at St. Louis and Kansas City. So we'll see a lot of familiar faces, but they'll be in a totally different uniform.
Season number 5 of the Major Indoor Soccer League kicks off as we return to the Forum in Inglewood, California for the start of tonight's game right after this. Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California. Game 1 of the 1982-83 MISL season on USA. Al Troutwig along with Kyle Rowe Jr. Certainly glad that you could join us at home or wherever you may be watching the USA. Put one by you before you know what's happened. Here's Franz St. Lot. Mark Liverett in front of the goal, New York. I thought he was going off the boards, but he went straight in. And at 10:16 of the first quarter, New York is on the board.
See the angle that Al is talking about, severe angle, and Allison covering the near post, but unable to get down quick enough as Liverich penetrates the Los Angeles defense and gets to within shooting range where the goalkeeper cannot react to the shot, really has to guess. Good setup pass there by Paul Kitson.
Buzzer sounds here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. 30 minutes of indoor soccer complete. These two teams will retire to their dressing rooms. But we'll continue our show and chat with this man, Shep Messing, during halftime and update you on what's been going on in the Major Indoor Soccer League. The score is 1-1. Made more saves, logged more minutes, won more games, and had more bruises than most people can say. And Kyle Rowe Jr. had a chance to talk with this great goalkeeper who has helped the New York Arrows win 4 straight MISL titles earlier today.
The man behind the nets. Goalkeeper Shep Messing of the New York Arrows, sometimes thankful for goalposts, crossbars, defenders to get some help, and now the mask. Shep Messing, what's this all about?
Kyle, as you well know, I play a hazardous position, and I think especially in the MISL, the action's fast and furious, and we've had a few goalkeeper injuries. Alan Mayer, for one, wears a helmet. 2 goalkeepers had partially detached retinas. This is partially psychological, partially medicinal.
Naturally, being around the New York Islander operation, Billy Smith, the goaltender up there, have you had a chance to visit with him about what needs to be done when you put that thing on?
Oh, believe it or not, Billy Smith is a very nice guy off the ice, and we've had many conversations. Actually, I went to Billy when I first came up with the idea of a mask. He said, get one that's secure, that you're comfortable with, and then draw the silliest things you can on the face of it. And I think we're going to find that in indoor soccer, we're going to follow some of the trends in hockey. I think for the goalkeeper, a mask, some type of face protection, not only is going to enable me to go full force, it's going to make me feel a lot more comfortable. And then not many times that I feel comfortable in there.
Your MISL career has had something, I think Al Trotwig told me, like 4,500 shots against you. Numerous of those have hit you in the body. I'm sure some have hit you in the face and the head and all that. How many do you think have really been potentially lethal or extremely dangerous?
Well, I think if you examine it, the ball coming off the glass on a rebound with a player coming to catch that ball in full flight can hit it at about 90 miles an hour. I don't want to catch that sucker in my face. I really don't. And I would say that there are 10, 15 occasions during the course of a season when you can do serious harm.
That sounds almost logical, and goalkeepers are not known for logic. They're known for craziness.
Well, I am the scientific of the goalkeepers, and being the first player to come to the MISL, I believe I'll be the first to wear a mask.
So Alan Mayer may have been the first with the helmet, but Shep Messing the first with the mask. What is Popovich, and what do you think the referees are going to say about that?
Well, I've had some conversations with the commissioner. They weren't too pleasant. I think I'm going to have to modify the mask. I'm not out there to hurt anybody. I'm out there to protect myself. Coach Popovich is known for putting championship teams on the field, and I think he's lived with my character over the past 4 seasons. If I keep the ball out of the net, he'll be happy.
Thanks, Shep. Shep Messing, a man with a great past and whose future could perhaps be behind a mask.
Shep Messing certainly does make the job of interviewing an enjoyable one, and great Shep will be back in the second half, but right now his New York Arrows are tied with the expansion Los Angeles Lazers. They're challenging the champions tonight on US.
No, here we see Franz Ceylon coming down. He'll pass the ball. Liberich will touch it twice. There's the first touch, left foot. Second one, hard low shot, beating goalkeeper Gary Allison of Los Angeles. And a difficult angle. Allison just unable to get down to that quick release of Mark Liberich, his first goal of the season.
St. Lot to Liberich at 10:16 of quarter number 1. And then in the second quarter,
see here a steal by Gary Allison. Fast break by New York. Allison shot off the board, or pass off the boards, gets up to Clyde Best. Best will go in a 3-on-2 situation. There's the one-touch pass to Don Tobin. He'll get it to his left foot, his strong foot. It's a sinking shot to the far post. Deflects off the missile sign. And right there we've got Poli Garcia, who puts the ball away to tie it up. And again, this will surprise a lot of people, as you said, 1-1 at halftime.
And that is the scoring story. One more look at this goal.
From the far side, Garcia in good position. New York defenders unable to get over quick enough. And Garcia, the high-scoring player that he is, history of his second goal of the season. And Garcia is going to be one of those players like Romero that LA is going to have to look to this season to get points on the board.
Oh, we've been talking about the new look